Hello, hello YouTubers. Dave again for another action figure review, and this time on a character that gets a lot of hate and despise. Yeah, from the title and what I'm filming, and that of course is Jar Jar Binks. Based off his appearance as seen from The Phantom Menace, which he's recognized in for, which I believe this look is regarded as the most iconic look to the character. And basically, now this was released, I believe, back in somewhere between 1999, shortly after the premiere of The Phantom Menace, and or 2000 or 2000, I don't know. Basically, it's just like if we just take away his little weapon piece, so just take it away. This came in the playset with this thing right here. I forgot what they're actually called. So we'll be focusing on Jar Jar Binks. Now, a brief history about Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks was born on Naboo, and he's the son of George Binks, a sailor. Jar Jar Binks was banished from the Gungung City for being clumsy, and one time he was having breakfast or something, and he was completely petrified and scared during the invasion of the Droid Federation, and that's where until he is saved by a Jedi Master known as Qui-Gon Jinn, and he becomes friends with the two Jedis, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan, and he helps them escape from the Droid Federation to hide in the Naboo city for a while, and then he helps them get to the underwater Gungung city for a while, and then he helps them get to the Naboo palace to save Queen Amidala and her people, to head to Coruscant to make a peace treaty with the Chancellor and Montgomery, and then he later appears in Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. This time his role is a little bit more shorter than his one in The Phantom Menace, where he helps where he takes over where he is Padme's replacement for a while as the representative to bring up emergency power for the Supreme Chancellor, Chancellor Palpatine. Then he has a lot of large roles in some episodes of the Clone Wars. I actually haven't really watched a lot of the Clone Wars episodes because I haven't really focused that much on the Clone Wars series as much. And then his role was lesser in Revenge of the Sith, where he only said one word, which was "excuse me," and the rest of his role in Revenge of the Sith was just a more silent role. And then we see him attending Padme's funeral at Naboo with Boskness, and basically that was his last appearance. His last appearance in the prequel trilogy, and there was a brief story of what exactly happened to his fate, which takes place after Return of the Jedi. That because he helped Darth Sidious become Chancellor. He was mocked by all the people for helping Emperor Palpatine, and there he was later seen on the streets as a street performer on Naboo. And basically, that was just his fate after that. And basically, after that, that was his fate. Like, he didn't die. I think most likely he just died of old age, just like anyone else. He just died of old age. Simple. And I'm just happy they gave him what his fate was last year. Really good idea. Much better than being killed, because it makes more sense of what exactly happened to a character that's been did during his times in the original trilogy. I know that this character gets a lot of hate, but you should give him another chance because he did play a large role in the Phantom Menace, which fans are really ignoring all because of how he speaks. Like, he's a good job, he's your humble servant. Just ignore him acting like a complete fool and just realizing that he was one of the characters that helped Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn escape from the Droid Federation and get to the Naboo Palace to save Queen Amidala. And that's what fans are really forgetting. So basically, what do I think of it? I really like this figure. I think they've done an excellent job on how they've made Jar Jar Binks look like. It's very accurate to how he looked like in the Phantom Menace. Like, now he doesn't really have that much articulation because he's an earlier figure, because he was released back in the early 90s, I believe. He was released back in 1999, early 2000s. So he's not really that much of a. So he doesn't really have that much articulation. Now his shoulders can do a 360, but they're prevented by the ears. His head can slightly turn to the nod slightly, and can slightly do a 360, but are prevented by his ears and shoulders. His right hand right here can do a 360, can do a 360. His shoulder can do a slight 360, but it's prevented by the ears. He can do a torso. His torso piece can do a 360. His legs can go up and down. He has knee articulation. So yeah, that's just really it. And I really liked how they based his costume off. Like he's got all the dark grayish brownish color for like his suit, and his waistcoat is more of a sort of like a tan greenish color. His ears are made out of some plastic, so they're pretty flimsy. Gives it more like. His face looks like looks like he's paranoid or just freaked out, or looks like he's constipated. So I mean, he's got like a very orangey pink and creamish color on his skin tone. He's even got the stitching on the sides of his trousers. So yeah, overall, I really like this figure. For what Hasbro did, but this is quite unique for a figure that was released back in 1999 to the early 2000s. So overall, despite not having articulation that much, it really does well for accuracy of how he looked like in the movie. Accurate in the Phantom Menace as the character, and he's got like the weird rectangle like diamond shaped pibbles. He's got the two beady eyes that stick out. Got to mention that. And yeah, he does surprisingly well for a character who doesn't really have that. It's very accurate to a character that just seems to get a lot of hate. That's just really unappreciated for what he is. So now we'll go into the accessory rise. He comes with this topper pull, I believe, that he used during the battle that he and the Gungungs used in the battle against the battle droids. It's very nice, very accurate. Like, it's got all the tinges and stuff, like the metal and stuff. Like, it's got that part metal in the mother, and it's metal at the bottom. Which I believe that he uses it to hit the battle droids to shut their circuitry off, and it's got the little blue spear bore, which is used to help shut the battle droid's circuitry off. So yeah, pretty well done for an accessory, even though he didn't really use that many weaponry during the prequel trilogy that much. And now onto this thing. Now, I actually don't know what it's actually called again, but the Gungungs use it to walk around with, and or to get away, to help them run, to get away from situations. Basically, it's like You could say it's like a horse, and I believe that's how I see it. Like it's got, and what to say, it's pretty well done. Very fantastic looking figure. It's got the eyes. Its eyes are very round shaped. It's got blue eyes, and blue pupils. It's got the lever like statules to help keep it hold into place. It's even got leg holders to statules. Yeah, it's got the belt buckles all around it. Even got the seat where Jar Jar sits on, and then it's got the bag, actually for safety reasons, or you could call it camper. And then it's got this thing that they use to help them walk along, or to hook to help them to not move. And I really like how it's made of a fabric material. Make it more interesting. And if you press the bag on here, it makes its legs will go up and down. Yep. So pretty nice feature for a figure that figure that was released back in 1999 to 2000. So overall, what do I think of this set? Yeah, it's surprisingly good. I like the set. I think it's a really great play set for what it is, based on a character that gets a lot of hate. That gets like a lot of hate. That gets like a lot of hate by fans and people in the public of general. So overall, I think this is a great set, and great set for what it was back in the day, and it's definitely worth a get. So overall, I might see you for whatever review I want to do next. So who knows? Later out. Bye. Not forever.